busyness, you like work, and it's going to be so easy for you to get right behind the plow. It happens. This week, I mean, I last night was Fisherside Falls, and I have been up there every night, and it was a great show. It was so much fun, always is. But the Dentons were there, Scott's parents, and I was talking to them for a few minutes afterwards, and I said something, and they said, yeah, Scott said he hadn't seen you since December. I said, what?
man of God got up and went out early the next morning and honored the horses and chariot that surrounded the city. Oh my Lord, what shall we do to serve that?
I love that. Now, you read that very nicely. But this is how I would read it. He gets up in the morning, right? This is how I would probably see it. He gets up in the morning and he sees chariots everywhere. And it's him and his old man, Elijah. Just two of them. Oh my Lord, what are we going to do? Right? That's what I'm thinking. Holy cow! What are we going to do? We're getting ready to get annihilated. Because it's you and me, boy. That's it. It's just the two of us. Holy cow! I love it. Now you read it the right way, but, I read it my way. And so he looks up, oh, what are we going to do? You ever had one of those moments? You ever had one of those days? Man, Pastor, that's what he's talking about for the next few weeks, is about the waymaker. You ever had that? When you look up one day, or you look up and you think, how am I going to make it financially? How am I going to get out of bed?
The sons of the prophets.
New teacher.
Y'all are funny people. All right. She doesn't read it as well as I do. So you think about have you ever thought about that? You've got so much sickness going on, or you're just, come on, you're just so tired. Y'all got senioritis yet? Yes. Is that good? Okay. Stay away from Tyler. Because he's got it too. It's like, come on. And they all, I got senioritis too. Can't wait to get them out of there. So everybody, or your job is tough, or your marriage is tough, and you wake up and you say, how am I going to do this? Or you have teenage kids. For real. Or you have a kid getting married. You think, how are we going to pay for this? First of all, how are we going to get through this? I don't care what color burlap. I don't care what color lace. Just pick one. Aren't all champagnes the same champagne color? No. There's a gold champagne and a brown champagne. Just pick champagne color. I don't care anymore. Tool is tool. Organza is organza. Didn't even know what organza is. But it's a fabric. Sheer, shimmery. Who cares? Who cares? Get the marriage license, kiss, and let's dance. That's it. That's all. It's not hard. Scott can do that, and I can dance, so we're fine. What we need is organza. Nonsense. Tool. Not maniacs. Lemons and pearls. All over my house. I would let kids come stay at my house, but I don't have any room for them because we have staging areas all over my house. The fact is, you're going to be surrounded. But here's what he says. 2 Kings 6:15. He says, oh my Lord, what shall we do? The opposition can be overwhelming, huh? But look what Elijah says. I love this. Verse 16. He says, don't be afraid. Here's a guy panicking. He's probably saying, don't be afraid. Have you lost your mind? I know you're old and senile, but listen to me. We got chariots everywhere. He says, listen, don't be afraid. Open your eyes. He says, those who are with us are more than those who are with them. Now, at this point, I have to think that his servant thought he was nuts. Because he's looking around, and he's looking in the field, and he sees nothing. Nothing. And he looks at his servant, and he looks at Elijah, and he must think, you are on something, boy. Sir, because I don't see anything. He says, there are more of us than there are them. He's like, 1 and 2, and then chariots. I'm missing something here, buddy. I'm not the best in math, but I'm thinking 1 plus 1 equals 2 versus a lot of chariots. 2 is less than a lot. Dude, when I think he's delusional, Elijah prayed, oh Lord, open his eyes so he may see. Man, when I read this, and every time I read this, I get choked up. Because Elijah did not pray, Lord, send us some help. Did he? Is that what he prayed? Lord, send us some help. That's what I pray. When I look at my bank account and think, how in the world are we going to pay for 2 colleges and a wedding? I think, Lord, send me a windfall. Lord, let me win the lottery. No, I don't play lottery. Let one of my friends win the lottery and give it to me. Lord, let boy, and they're encircled by people who are ready to kill him. I feel that way sometimes. I feel like I'm going under. I do. I look at my life and I think, I can't do all this, God. I have 3,700 kids that are looking at me to make sure that I give them what they need at this school. I have 300 staff members that are waiting for me to lead them. God, I have a husband who deserves my very best, but by the time I get home, I don't have anything left. I have a son that I have just a few months with before he goes to A&M, God, and I haven't taught him everything he needs to know. I'm not even sure he knows how to do his own laundry. I mean, he has to survive on ramen noodles. God, I need to teach him how to do more than that. God, I don't know what we're going to do about my mom. She's aging so quickly. Living with my brother who's just not right in his head. God, I don't, I got these people who are calling me and they need me and they need my help and they want to meet for coffee and they want to do these things. And I think, God, I can't even find time. God, I can't. I can't do all this, Lord. I can't. And God says, you know what? Open your eyes. Open your eyes. He didn't say, you're right, sweetie. I'm going to take all this away from you. I'm going to send you some help. I'm going to give you some money. I'm going to give you a nanny. I'm going to give you, we're going to put 2 principals at that school to help you. 3, you know, a night one and a middle one and a morning one. Sounds awesome. I'll take the morning shift. Well, you know, he didn't say that, does he? He says, open your eyes. Open your eyes. Elijah prayed, open your eyes. So the Lord opened the servant's eyes, and he looked and he saw the hills, full of horses and chariots of fire all around Elijah. He didn't send fire down to wipe him up. He just said, open his eyes, because they are not alone and they never were. They're not alone and they never were. The Arameans do not see what they're up against. And when they do, Elijah asked God to strike them with blindness. Because we're not going to finish today. Imagine that. So Elijah calls, so here are these people that are coming to attack them, and they go blind. Well, that's not the end of the story, because I think it's even funnier, because then Elijah says, hey, he says to them, because they're blind now, he says, hey, the guy you're looking for, which is Elijah, he says, he's not here, let me take you where he is. So he leads these blind people away from the city. He leads them away. He leads them all the way into the center of Samaria, home of the king of Israel. Home of the king of Israel. These people who they've been trying to kill forever, for a long time, he asked God to have them blind, leads them into the city, to the very heart of it. Now here's what I'm thinking. He's going to destroy them all, right? No. You know what he does? He tells the king to roll out a feast for their enemies and send them on their way. That's crazy. But what happened is, they had a feast. Never again did they bother Israel. He didn't have to kill them. God had something different in store. And I believe that you and I have the very same thing in store for us. We have people that are just out to get us. We have things, we have armies, we have situations, we have distractions, we have people that are trying to get us. And God says, let me tell you something. You don't need anything except to open your eyes, because I've got this for you. I believe by the power of the Holy Spirit, the words of the prophet Elijah are full again with us too, because it never returns, the word never returns void. They were not alone, and either are you. 1 John 4:4, one of my favorite verses, says, the one who is in you is greater than the one who's in the world. He will fight for you. You know, you may be looking at your army of critical people, reminding you of all the things you've been, how you've blown it. Boy, that's one that I deal with. I don't know about you. I deal with